I'm here at Antiques on Cedros, and I'm photographing some steampunk items. Going to identify these moccasins. So what can you tell me about these moccasins?
The moccasins look to be Lakota tribe.
Could you spell Lakota, please?
Sure, L-A, sure, I'll spell it right for you. L-A-K-O-T-A.
Okay.
And they're beaded moccasins. We believe they have buffalo hide skins.
Buffalo hide skins.
Correct,
okay.
On the soles. And they are probably dated about 1880s.
Now, what makes you think that they're 1880s? That's pretty old.
They've been verified from a few of the Indian experts as being from the 1880s.
Okay, because I mean, to have for these beads to last 130 some odd years is pretty amazing.
Well, the thing of these are the Indian wars, of course, were the 1860s or earlier. So these would probably be early after the war. So they probably were not in fighting or anything. And
that tribe, are they associated with any other tribe?
Sioux Indian.
Okay. And how much do you want for these?
I have these for $895.
Okay, $895. They can have these. Okay, so at Antiques on Cedros, I'm still talking to Daniel, and another piece of his. Now, is this a steamer trunk, or what would they call this?
Well, we think it's a travel trunk.
A travel trunk. It
was purchased from some dealers that had a whole doll collection. A lot of the stuff went to Sotheby's. I happened to get this piece. And it's got the original key, not broken handles on the sides, the leather handles.
Okay,
and
so
original liner.
The handles are in reasonably good shape. And original what?
Original liner inside.
Original liner.
Liner.
Okay. So original liner. Is that like a leather case?
Yeah, there's a place for letters and stuff that go inside of it. It's amazing how it's still here with the original string.
And how much did you want for it?
This one we have it for $695.
Okay. Now you see it says 1880s. Now, as you know,
I think it's older than 1880s actually.
Well, how old do you think it is? Give me a year.
1800s.
Yeah. Okay. 1800s.
We think it's pre-Victorian. We think it might be all the way back to even 1850s.
Okay. So it might be as old as 1850.
Correct. Stamped leather.
Okay.
And the original rivets.
Pre-Civil War, but Victorian.
Original rivets on it.
Okay.
Excellent condition. Very unique piece.
Oh, great. Well, it's beautiful. I'm here at the Antiques on Cedros, and I'm talking to, what is your name, young lady?
Sunny.
Sunny. Is that with an I or a Y at the end? With a Y. What's your last name, Sunny?
McLean.
McLean. Would you spell that just in case?
M-C-C-L-A-I-N.
Okay. Sunny McLean. Now, Sunny, when I was talking to you in the steampunk room, you told me that you are a Western girl. Is that right? And
That's right.
You deal in Western kinds of things.
I grew up with all the cowboys and Indians, and I grew up with the horses. And
now, let's see if I can. Are you from Arizona?
Scottsdale.
Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah.
And your family, do you come from a jewelry dynasty by any chance?
I do. Yes,
and
I do.
they design belt buckles and things like that?
Rodeo belt buckles. Yeah.
And what is their name?
The trophy buckles.
The trophy buckles.
The trophy buckles for all the cowboys.
I've got one in my car.
Yeah. All the trophy buckles for the cowboys in the 40s and 50s. My father designed and.
Now, what is your father's name?
My father's name was Fred Rhodes, and my mother's name was Marie.
Rhodes as well. Rhodes, because that can be spelled several different ways.
R-H-O-A-D-E-S.
Okay, that's what I was worried about.
And they have frontier buckles, which are collectible buckles.
Now, when these are trophy, but what would be a circumstance and someone would get these as a trophy?
In the rodeo, when they would win the bucking bronco or the riding all the different events in the rodeo. Then
wait a sec, move aside here. Is that a fabulous Western saddle that we're seeing?
That is.
Now, is that a quarter saddle?
Is that a quarter saddle?
What sort of saddle is that?
It's a porter saddle.
A porter, yeah, that's what I meant.
Porter.
Porter. So what does that mean when I say porter saddle? Did John Porter make it or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the porters used to make quality saddles, highly sought out and collectible. They have the high backs.
So the high backs. And what's the advantage of the high back?
More comfortable.
Oh, I see.
Just a real quality collectible saddle.
Now, where would they have used something like this? Would they have used this in the actual West? It looks a little sissy for. Would Matt Dillon have had a saddle like this?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Now, how old would you say the saddle is?
It's a good 75 years old.
Okay, so 75 years old, so that'd be about 19 of
in the 30s,
40 or so.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is back maybe almost World War II that they would have a saddle like this. Now, how much? No, is there something about the way? Now, is it hand tooled? Is that the word that they would use to describe that?
Hand tooled.
Hand tooled. And what about this sort of ornamentation here? Now, do these things actually do anything, or do they just kind of look cute? Because I understand the cowboys were interested in doing that.
Yeah. Well, you can, use these for different things when you're riding.
Such as, what would be a purpose?
Well, you could do a little, swat on the butt.
Oh, you could beat the horse.
Not beat. But you
encourage.
could also, but you could tie things onto this too, like if you needed to tie
like a
on.
canteen or something, or money that you've stolen from a railroad or something.
Exactly. You could hang somebody probably if you needed to, but
so if someone needed lynching, this would be you could accommodate them with this.
Yeah.
Now, how much in hard cold cash, Sonny, would it take to get this from your hot little hands?
Well, this one is $3.95. If it was in perfect condition.
Well, no, we're talking about this one. This one here, not some perfect condition one.
Yeah.
This one is obviously it's been around.
Yeah.
And okay, so it'll be $3.95, and it's probably from the mid 30s to maybe early 40s or so, and it's in the booth of Sonny.
A French cowgirl.
A French cowgirl. Oh, and look at that. Is she doing a French cowgirl can?
Yes.
That's what
all balanced. So that's a lot of work to make it even.
So this is a shell china cabinet, or
correct.
what?
Shell china cabinet.
How old is it?
I don't have to say vintage because we don't know the date of that.
Okay.
The cabinet's elder, but they probably did this recent.
Okay, and how much is it selling for?
That one's $2,895.
Okay. Well, I think it'd be worth it because this is
excellent for
create something like this. Now, what's the name?
Darla Malloy.
Darla
Malloy's daughter. The spelling's right here.
Well, Darla is pretty.
You know Darla.
Okay, Darla Malloy. Okay, it's Darla Malloy's.